Now, what do they know that we don't know?
Good question. Meanwhile, President Trump making America work again. Look at the numbers. U.S. unemployment down to 4.1% right now. As analysts say, if you thought 2017 was a good year, wait till 2018, where they predict it'll fall even further, the unemployment will.
But a lot of it's on projections and hopes. So what needs to happen to keep up this pace? Here to break it down is Varney & Company's own Stuart Varney. Stuart Varney plays himself 3 hours every day from 9 to noon on FBN.
Yes.
Stuart, when Ron Johnson came out and said, I don't think I'm with this yet, the market dropped. Did that show the impact of a tax plan that people might debate the contents, but they want to see it?
Yes. What the market wants, what the economy needs, is a tax cut plan before the end of the year. Get that, and you keep the momentum going. The economy is fairly strong already, and we've got big companies like Goldman Sachs predicting that the unemployment rate will drop all the way down to 3.7% next year because we've got this momentum going. To keep the momentum going, I think you do need those tax cuts. And when Ron Johnson turned around and said, I got a problem with this tax package in the Senate, it gives too much to big business and not enough to small business, the market did take a hit. Right. But you've got to remember, this is the maneuvering.
It's the dance.
It's the dance. It's the sausage making. Call it what you like. But we're going towards a final package from the Senate and the House together. So a lot of people are standing up and saying, well, what about this? And what about that? Hoping to get a concession at the very last minute.
Stuart, tax cuts for most people, which is great, most of our viewers. But for the folks that live in California, in New York, in New Jersey, where taxes are going to go up, what's the benefit of this for them?
Well, the benefit for most people in California, New Jersey, and New York is that you will stimulate business, grow the economy, create more jobs, and wages will go up. But for high-income earners in those states, they will take a hit. They will end up paying more in tax, not less. That's because the state and local tax deduction may be done away with. But if the
economy does better, then their 401ks go up.
Yes,
so
the market will do well.
Right.
They'll benefit from that. But overall, high-income earners in California, New York, and New Jersey will suffer. It'll be a negative for them.
So it's not for everyone in those states, it's just the high income.
Yeah,
okay.
Just for the high-income people, they will take a hit if they're in those states.
Sure. Although I saw some stat as they were rolling out the whole plan where something like only 31% of all American tax filers actually itemize, so it impacts very few people. But Stuart, I also saw a statistic where they were talking about even with approval polls, where if the general public doesn't care for the president, they really like his economic policies so far.
And so they should, because he has succeeded on the economy. And if that's the main point of getting re-elected, well, he's doing well. Unemployment, 4.1%, and Goldman Sachs says it's going down. The economy is expanding at a 3% growth rate. We'll get 3.5% next year, maybe more, if we get the tax cut package.
Is all of this stuff because of President Trump?
Well, no. The world economy is growing. That's helping us. That's not what President Trump has done for us. But the growth in the domestic economy, the improvement in jobs, and the lack of the getting rid of regulation, that is President Trump. And this is the Trump rally on the stock market. Make no mistake about it.
But all this talk and trade and some of the details that are coming out that shows he's going to be redoing NAFTA, taking a look at bilateral trade deals, being tougher on from Vietnam to Europe, I think has the promise of even more. But here's the big picture. When it comes to this state deduction, is this going to force states to lower their tax rate or lose people? And isn't that part of the plan?
There is no question in my mind that they will lose people. There will be an exodus of high-income earners out of California, probably going to Arizona, Texas, and especially Nevada. There will be an exodus of high-income people from New York and New Jersey. They're heading straight down to Florida. There's no local state income tax. There is no estate tax. You will win if you're a high-income earner and you make tracks for Florida.
Prediction. Next year, does the stock market continue the tear it's on?
I think there's a 90% chance that we do get a tax deal this year, and therefore, if we get it, and I think we will get it, the market continues to go up. But I hate to predict the stock market. It could be sell on the news. I mean, it really could.
Well, the stock market is what you talk about every day on your program. He'll be over.
Don't make predictions.
Varney & Company between 9 and noon today on Fox Business.
Yeah.
All right.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you.